you're gone. Do you know how many people have been disappeared in that country? Do you know people have disappeared in that country? People understand something, and this is the truth. What you're saying is the fact of the matter, but the key is going to be this has to change, which is why I do what I do. Yeah. You can't go at it the way you're going, the way you're talking about is when people are already there, like the Kenyans. The Kenyans are already there. They're already there. So what Kenya is missing is leadership. They just need somebody to just tell them what to do. Because the Kenyan youth, and do you know the reason why Kenyans are like that? I talked to some of them, they said, we don't have that many tribes. Kenya is not made up of 54 different tribes like we are. So even though the British created a country called Kenya, the people in Kenya are more united under the same cultures than Nigeria is. So the Kenyan people as a group, forget the Kenyan flag, as a group, more units. For us, okay, so the Yorubas want to protest. Are the Benin people going to join them? Are the Hausas going to join them? Are the Shekiris going to join them? It's not rocket science. The Delta people want to protest. Are the people from Lagos going to join them for what? That's your problem. It's not our problem. If something is happening in Benin elections, they stole those elections recently. Does anybody in Lagos give a damn about that? They don't care. So what I'm saying is that we don't have any sort of national unified mentality for something like what you're saying to even work. Because let's say you go back.
What I'm saying is not advanced. We need to go. So it's like I'm talking at step 5, level 5, instead of looking at level 1, level 2.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. What has to happen first is that we need to cultivate, and who knows how long this is going to take, a unified ideology for the country, an ideology that everybody can connect to. When everybody connects to that thing is when you can start talking about, okay, we are together in this now. What are we going to do? Because the problem is the second like somebody like me now, let's say somebody like you or somebody like me comes forward and I say that I want to, let me not lie to you. I'll be lying to you. Let me be honest. If I had power in Nigeria, do you think I wouldn't prioritize helping Benin? Do you really think so? I'll be a liar if I told you I would not prioritize that. If they put money in my pocket.
So this is the thing. You see, politics everywhere is messy. Let's be real. It's not unique to us. Even in Switzerland, that is known as the best, is messy here too. Politics is messy. People are going to have their bias. But all I'm saying, Mek, is this. Of course, prioritize your homeland, Delta and Benin. But don't neglect everybody else.
I agree with you, but you know how it's... I agree with you, but you know how it's going to go. You know how it's going to go. The second I even begin doing that, it's going to cause problems. I'm telling you, you see, the first thing, and this is the first thing for Nigeria, which is what I can talk about it here because I can talk about it here. We don't even know our history. We don't. How the hell are we going to move forward if we don't even know our history? Let me tell you this. The average Lagos, if you go to Lagos, right? Let's say you go to Lagos, I'll ask you this. The average person on the streets, if you go up to them and ask them, what year was the Civil War fought? Would they be able to tell you?
No.
Now, let's say 5% of them can tell you what years it was. How many of them can tell you who the two-part groups were and why they were fighting?
No.
Never. Impossible. I went to secondary school and primary school in Nigeria. I didn't know that information. Now, how do you have a country where the pivotal war, people don't even know about it? And you want to talk about all the other parts of our history that is necessary for you to understand so you can actually unite. People need to know everything for you to be able to say, oh, wow, is that why we are fighting? Oh, wow, is that the reason why? Oh, wow. When you understand those things is when somebody can come, okay, now that you know this, all this nonsense that you're doing, you're killing yourself. The people who will suffer from that information are the people who've been exploiting us. Those are the guys that will suffer from that information. Those are the facts. So there are groups of people in Nigeria that do not want people to know the history.
Of
They
course.
don't.
Of course, of course, of course. Yeah, yeah.
You know? So what I'm saying is that the only reason why people like us can even say what talk the talk we're talking is because we're not in Lagos at this moment.
But people tell me that. They were like,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, this is the fact. So for me, because I'm in Nigeria a lot, but when I go there, I don't tell people I'm there. I go in there quietly, I exit. I let people know I'm there when I've left. When I'm in Nigeria, I don't tell anybody I'm there. Because the kind of energy that you've got in that place now, people know everything you're saying. They know everything you're saying. So it's now a very dangerous time in that country. Very dangerous. It takes this for us to have another war. We're this close.
I got a question to that point you just raised. Do you think, as Nigeria is right now, can you hear me well? Or am
Yeah,
I
I can
far?
hear you go.
Yes. As Nigeria is right now, do you think we must have a revolution, or can Nigeria improve without bloodshed? Right
Um,
now.
you know what? Let me put my headset.
I think I should put mine too.
All right. Can you guys can you still hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Um, listen, you know what, man. I don't know if we can do it without something happening. I mean, to be honest, like I can't lie. I mean, I don't like. I don't know that this one is a peaceful situation that can. I don't want to say that. I don't want to curse anybody, but I don't know how we do it because there's too much at stake. I was doing a video recently. I haven't put it out yet. Have you seen what Tinubu is doing with Macron and France in Nigeria? Have you seen what's going on? We are traitors. Let me explain to you. We are traitors. Everybody who's talking about Pan-Africans, we are traitors. That's what Nigeria is. These three people, the three kings of the Sahel, are fighting for their lives to free themselves from a country that has abused them for the last 100 years. What is Nigeria doing? Come, oh, come, 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 come. Everything you're losing, we will give to you. Everything you're losing, we are doing mining deals, mining contracts, construction contracts, all of these things with France. What kind of rubbish is that? While Nigerians are just not paying attention, they are putting us in the position that Captain Traore is running away from. A country that didn't colonize us. What does France have to do with Nigeria? What do they have to do with Nigeria?
Man.
Listen, man, I don't think people are talking. Listen, there's so much to. You think that Boko Haram is real? Do you really believe that? You think it's
No.
real?
Hell no. Hell no.
CIA? What's CIA over there?
But why? But why? Why? But that's okay. That's what I don't understand. Okay, maybe I don't get it. Like, why do
You
these
see,
guys do this to their country?
the conversation we're having now, this is the reason why I tell people they need to go on my newsletter. We need to go on. This is a very dangerous conversation that we're having here. You see, you can't talk this talk willy-nilly. I'm serious. That's why you don't hear people say any of these things. This is the sort of conversation that gets you into trouble. It's the sort of conversation that gets you into trouble because we know what's going on. We know what's going on. How do you have a terrorist organization that is able to move thousands of miles between countries with no resources? How are they eating? How are they traveling? Where are they living? How are they moving? And this terrorist organization, let me ask you this. A terrorist organization has demands, clear demands, and they're fighting for a cause. What is Boko Haram's demand? What is their cause? They just attack, kill, kidnap, disappear. People are like, what is this? That is not how terrorists operate. It's not. It is not. They don't operate like that. This is engineered to destabilize. This is the reason why Gaddafi had to go. When Gaddafi was alive, all this rubbish wasn't happening because that guy himself use tyrannical methods to keep this stuff in check. Because people don't understand. Abuse human rights, but that is what Africans require to stay well behaved.
Yeah.
The way you are operating, they don't understand. Yes, they don't understand anything else.
Yeah.
That man. Why did all the leaders love Gaddafi? Explain. Why did they all love him?
You mean the African leaders?
All of them.
Oh,
who were not corrupt. Who were not corrupt.
Oh, because he's not perfect, clearly, but I think he believed in Pan-Africanism.
You said that he's not what?
I'm saying, yeah, he was not a perfect man, but he believed in
Pan-Africanism. No, exactly. You see, the thing is, which would I try to explain to people? The Arab world was Africa before the Europeans came.
Mm-hmm.
It was Africa. They created the Middle East, the European colonizers. They made it up. It wasn't a thing before. They also introduced the white supremacy, whiteness, the caste system, all of these things. We didn't practice that stuff in Africa before. It was cultural and religion-based. So when the Arabs invaded Egypt, for example, it was really a case of we're bringing Islam, we're bringing all of these things. And it was a cultural revolution. The Europeans brought the caste situation in order to control the region. It's like, hey, you guys are whiter and lighter than these people. You're better than them. We're going to ally with you against these sub-Saharan monkeys. We're going to fight against these people there. And of course, they took it because it was adjacency to power. And they've passed that on generation to generation, where now Arabs are some of the most racist people you meet. For what reason? Historically, it doesn't make sense. Historically, it makes no sense. How are you going to be, what are you talking about? What are you doing? But that's the way it is. Because the truth is, they didn't, if you go back far enough, they didn't come in with the mentality that anybody who is darker skinned is automatically beneath us. Mm-hmm. That is not how they operated. They operated that anybody that is not a Muslim. Oh, here we go. Here we go. They are flagging me for hate speech.
What?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, maybe we drop and then we can continue later, okay?
Nah, it's all right. We just change topic. You see what I'm saying? What did I tell you?
Oh, hate. Oh, my God.
What did I tell you?
Anyway. Okay, so let me drop. I'll let you cook. I'll just finish up my work.